my informative speech that I'm going to be conducting. I'm going to show you my audience members, which I have over 8 today. So my videographer is number 1. I got number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 back there. All right, this is my card that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to go ahead and get started right now, okay? Women text, men text, we all text, everybody texts. It's way too much entirely. And for all of those who don't know me, my name is Katrina Rivera, and texting is pretty much the only way to get a hold of me nowadays. I'm constantly living with my phone, answering text messages, and if you decide to call me, you probably won't get me on the phone, okay? Unless you do text me. I literally had to show my parents how to text too, because every time that they called me, I would sit there and not answer the phone, and the only way that they were able to get a hold of me if they sent a quick little text, otherwise they wouldn't hear from me for months. Study shows about 2 years ago, about 31% of people that do text, they actually prefer texting over talking to people on the phones. And that's the reality of it. And that was 2 years ago, so you can imagine how much more it is nowadays. Texting is the main form of communication nowadays, and even in relationships as we go forward and being involved with somebody, that's like the main form of communication that, you know, people live by. And is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? A new study in Brigham Young University shows that researchers did a study and surveyed 276 people, ranges 18 to 25 years old, and that more than half of them were engaged or married. They all said that they text. And with texting their partners, the interesting facts about it is that women thought that the more that they text in their relationships, that it was a good thing, and they thought their relationship was more stable and this and that, versus men thought that the more the texting that went on was actually a bad thing, and thought, you know, that the relationship was going sour. Especially the men that text the most in reality. The interesting facts that women use to manage texting, to manage a relationship, apologize in texting, and in reality they use too much emotion when they're texting, you know. Men use it to avoid conflict, stay away from people, and just to get out of the rough part of being involved in that actual reality of in a conflict with their better half. Reality is the more texting you do, the more problems that occur and happen. When texting, we put our emotions into it, and we actually, it's a way to confirm the feelings behind the texting. When you text somebody back, and that has a tendency to resolve in conflict and uprise and more negative emotions being come out of it. How to fix it? Stop texting. Reality. At least the emotion part of it. If you have to text somebody, hey, how are you doing, is okay, or just a quick little simple hi or hello, leave it at that. Don't over text. Two or more lines is probably the most you should do. Anything outside of that, you're reading a book at that point, it's just like way overwhelming. Text more of the happy stuff, text less of the problems, is how you keep a good relationship in texting. Our brains are built we're built as intuitive creatures, meaning that we get more out of a relationship when we're face-to-face with the person, rather than being behind a technology device, you know, texting somebody that you're not even seeing what their emotions are really like. If you text the happies and talk about the sads, then your relationship would be predominantly a lot better than, you know, versus just texting all the time. Never text passive-aggressive, meaning like if you're mad at somebody, don't take the opportunity to sit there and text an argument through the phone. Rather than, it's better just sit there and go and have a conversation with that person and talk out your problems to resolve them, rather than dealing with it through the phone itself. For example, and I wanted to see if I can get somebody in the class to assist me like with a little scenario real fast. Do you mind helping me out? Sure, thank you. And I wanted to put us in the scenario of like we're on a date or whatever like that, and you wanted to invite me out to dinner, and you know we're sitting here on the phone. Can I borrow your phone? Do you mind? Okay. Sorry. Okay, but we're sitting here on the date, and you wanted me to go out with you, and I'm just sitting here constantly. You know, sitting there taking pictures of my food, you know, Instagramming. Hey, you want to take a selfie?
Sure.
What? Okay. Let me send it to you real fast.
Oh, great.
What's your feelings of that? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that would be rude. I mean, you know.
you want to find that, you know, like it's a great conversation that you guys are having?
No, I find that she was more into her phone than she was me.
What happens if you guys are both on the phone together and you guys are